Hello there. You may have asked yourself a few times, how come I'm not healing? How come my chronic pain, chronic illness, or unexplained medical conditions don't go away? I've tried everything. I literally read all the books. I went to all of the practitioners. I tried all of the healing modalities and nothing works. And I am so fed up and I am so tired of this. And please tell me what's going on. So, well, you may have heard me speak about this before. I talk a lot about how when we have a situation where the conscious mind says, hey, I want to heal, I'm ready for it, let's do this, but your subconscious mind says, you're not ready, then it doesn't matter what you do, the subconscious mind is way stronger, and it is the one that is pulling all the stops to make sure that you're not healing. Now, you may say, well, it doesn't make sense because my subconscious mind, the number one thing that it does is really to protect me and make sure that I get back into my best version of myself. And to this, I say, absolutely. But if for some reason your subconscious mind believes that you're not operating from your full potential, or if there is a reason why, if you became healthy or better, then it won't be able to protect you, then it would say not doing it and you won't be able to heal. It's so important to have an alignment between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. And this is what I talk a lot about in my work with my clients. So I haven't introduced myself yet, and my name is Einav Avni, and I am a energy healer and alignment coach, and I work mainly and specifically with people suffering from chronic pain, chronic illnesses, and unexplained medical conditions to heal or reduce their symptoms. Now, what I'm saying is that when we want to bring this alignment back, it means that we look at all the reasons why we became ill. Now, I'm not talking about the physical level situation why we became ill. I'm talking about the energetic one, the spiritual one. What is it that you don't do in your life at the moment that is holding you back? Maybe you're constantly operating from fears and compromises and limitations. And so your subconscious mind at some point says, I can't do this because you're not operating into the full capacity that you're here for. So that's why he says, I'm going to make a stop for that. And until you've made the lessons and you've made the learnings, then I can't release this illness. So this is just one thing. The next thing that I really want to talk about is energy. And I'm going to share my screen for that. So let's see how that goes. I tried that before, didn't work. But hey, okay, so here we are. The idea here is that we are all energy. We already talked about that. And the question is, in what energy level are we operating from? A lot of the time when people are suffering from chronic conditions and they've been suffering for a while, the energy is here at the bottom of the screen. So they're suffering a lot from fear and maybe shame and maybe guilt, maybe, maybe a little bit higher, maybe anger, maybe frustration, maybe all of this is like, I don't know why I have this illness or conditions, but I really want it out. And I'm fed up and I'm tired and I'm all of that. But because they're constantly in that mindset, the illness and the conditions, they have nowhere to go. They're constantly in that energy and it's a very, very low energy. So I want to tell you that in order to heal, you have to raise your energy. And you might say, well, it's so hard because I'm suffering and I'm in pain and my condition is driving me nuts and I'm in, discomfort all day long. I know, I know, but you have to do something differently in order for you to start healing. So how do you bring in joy? How do we bring in, courage and love and peace and all of that? And we start by first of all saying, okay, I have these conditions, but it's not a life sentence. It doesn't have to stay this way. What do I do? How can I do something differently? And we're starting to connect with people on a different level. We are doing things that bring us joy. Even if you're bedridden, maybe it's listening to some audiobook on, a comedy or something. Maybe it's watching something that you like. Maybe it's writing a letter to someone that you haven't been in touch with for a long time. Maybe it's, I don't know, arranging a virtual picnic with your relatives. I don't know what it is, but there is something there that brings you joy. And that is number one thing to do, is bring more joy into your life. Bring more peace, more love. So when you're operating from that energy of, I'm angry because I'm not healing and I'm not getting better, all you do is you repeat the loop. Repeat, 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 repeat. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Nothing good ever happens here. But if you say, okay, today I'm going to do just one thing that is different. I am going to forget about my illness. I know it's hard. I do know. I forget about the illness and I'm going to just concentrate on something else. What is it? Something that I always wanted to do. Maybe I'm going to take an online course with a masterclass of some sort. Maybe, maybe I'm going to get my carer to drive into the sea and just sit by the waves. Something else. We have to get back to connecting with something that is above the energy where we're operating at the moment. Now, people tell me I've tried everything. I've heard this so many times. You think that you've tried everything, it means that you are still in the loop. You have to break the loop. You have to break free of that and say to yourself, here is something else that I'm going to try. There is not a chance in the world that you've tried everything. And if you have tried everything, you've tried everything from that very low energy. And now the invitation is to think bigger, to think wider, to think about something else. Basically, when you are constantly in the feeling, in this energy of fear and anger and apathy and guilt and whatever it is, you created, your brain is operating in this way. And now, in order to change the way that your brain is interacting with you, you have to change the neural pathways. You have to start changing the pattern. And the only way to change the pattern is by repeating something new. So if you say to yourself, okay, every day I do something new, I do something that brings me joy, I have new conversations, I read another book, I listen to another book, I go and watch a comedy, I do something. When you are consciously deciding to do something different, things will start to change. So this is number one. You bring in the actions. The other thing is how you speak to yourself. You don't say to yourself, one day I will heal. I know I will heal. All of these conversations that happen in the future, I want you to bring it to here and now. So you say, I am healthy. I am working on it. I am changing. I am healing. And you bring that possibility. And again, repeat, repeat, repeat in a positive way. You will start changing the way that your brain is interacting with you. Remember that your brain is giving you messages of pain and discomfort because it is responding to either something that is truly wrong, and that is only happening in the first 3 months of the condition when it is in acute state, or it gives you these messages of pain and discomfort when it reacts to your fear and anxiety. Where is fear and anxiety? Look at this table, and it is at the bottom of the list. This is where you are constantly are. So I am asking you, I am begging you to start doing things differently. Bring in something that brings you joy. Put the anger on hold. Actually, just release it. You have nothing to be angry about. You're only angry if you think that this is a life sentence. You're only angry when you think that, that you're basically thinking it happened to you. And I'm here to say to you that with kindness and all of this, it happened for you. Your subconscious mind, unconscious mind knew that you were not operating on your full potential. It knew that you were operating from fears and limitations. And it says, right, no more. We have to stop the way that you are interacting with life. We have to get you to the next level. It's try and tell you that once. It try and tell you that twice, 3 times. And then it says, right, enough. If you're not listening, I'm going to create a situation. And this situation is this discomfort that you're feeling right now. You can change this. You can heal yourself. You can heal yourself naturally without all the pills and all of these medications. Okay, I took myself into a rabbit hole. If you are using them, please do. I can't tell you what to do. I am just telling you there is another way. So start by raising your vibrations. Start telling yourself, I can do it. I'm looking for love and joy and peace and, acceptance and all of that. Start and figure out what is the spiritual journey that you are on. What is it that you haven't done before and you can start doing now, because now you have a completely different view of life than you ever had before. Have that conversation with yourself. And when you've done having that conversation, come and get in touch with me. Come and join my Facebook group. Come and have a conversation. Let's see in which way we can work on it together. My name is Einav Avni, Untangled Healing. I am here to help you heal yourself naturally. Also, in the journey of healing, you are going to get into that next phase because you're going to understand the lesson and you're going to understand what it is that you were not doing and what it is that you are meant to do. It's a wonderful journey, and pain and discomfort don't have to be a part of it. I've worked with so many people already that healed things that the doctors said never going to be done, and here we are. So please bear in mind, healing is possible and you can do it. Get in touch. Let's continue the journey. Have a really wonderful day. Now, before I need to close this, I need to stop sharing somehow.